Okay, guys, let's talk about the power of great questions for realtors to be asking their clients. This is the secret to a thriving real estate business. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe, hit that bell icon so that you don't miss future videos just like this. Hi, my name is Monica Weakley. I am a real estate coach. I am also a real estate agent. And in this video, we are going to talk about the questions that realtors need to be asking their clients and why these questions then produce this thriving real estate business. Okay. And if you stay at the end, I'll give you an extra little bonus tip. Okay. So one thing I know for sure after being in this business for 18 years, coaching agents all around the country and in Canada, is that agents in general do not ask enough questions, and we don't ask the right questions, right? We want to tell. We want to answer. We want to prove our worth and all the things we know, and we want to save the day and rescue everybody. And we just want to tell all the things we know, right? And we don't ask enough questions. So there are all kinds of questions that need to be asked at different stages in the game. First of all, and I think this is obviously very obvious, anytime you have a lead and it's either a lead for a listing or a buyer, there is a consultation process that needs to happen. And a consultation process is nothing but questions. It is so that you understand the full dynamic of the deal, so that you understand their motivations, so that you understand how they process things, so that you understand their perfect timing, so that you understand, the best parts of this house, what they're going to miss most about this house. You understand what they understand about the process. You understand what their expectations are of you. That consultation, buyer consultation, listing consultation, is an extremely important time for you to be asking the questions. There is a saying or a thought philosophy that says in any given interaction, whether it be formal or informal, the person who asks the most questions or who is asking the questions is in charge, and the person who talks the most thinks it went the best. So you need to just be the question asker. All right. A lot of times clients will ask us a question in these consultation, in the buyer consultation or the listing consultation. They'll ask us a question and we just want to answer it right away because we want to prove that we know. We want to prove how smart we are. I want to ask you to do this one thing. Never answer a question right away. Never answer a question without asking a clarifying question. Okay. So, hey, will you reduce your commission? I love that question. Tell me why that's important to you. And just listen. Because chances are you're going to go into some big explanation and whatever. And they really weren't asking that. They were asking something else. And you've just disconnected with them. So clarifying questions are powerful things to do in these consultations. All right. Imagine the power of sitting at the kitchen table with a couple who is selling their family home. They've raised their kids in this home. They're downsizing. The kids are gone. Imagine the power of the question, things like, hey, now that you're going to have a lot of free time not doing the yard so much because you're moving into the condo, how are you going to spend that time? Do you think you might learn a little bit about what they care about? Do you think there's some gifting opportunities there? Or maybe you find a connection with them that you didn't even know because you never asked. And here you're both like super big into biking or golf or something. And now that relationship is even more solid. Now that trust is even greater. What about a question like, tell me a memory here in this house. What's your favorite memory of this home? And they tell you about, maybe an event with their kids, or maybe every Sunday they played cards or something as a family, or they had, some sort of tradition like that. Gifting opportunity. Just you now know more about them as human beings. And we're not just looking at square footage, beds, baths, and coming in as an appraiser type person. My goal is always to be seen as Aunt Monica versus real estate Monica. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not providing value. That doesn't mean I'm not the expert in my field and I'm guiding them, but it's more important to me that they see a different connection with me, a new level of relationship, if you will. That's where a business lasts a long time. That's where referrals come from. Okay. So then as we're going through the process and you are checking in with them, maybe the house has been on the market. Now, if it's been in this market, houses go pretty quick, but let's say you're watching this and we're not in a hot seller's market. We're in a buyer's market, checking in with them. How are you guys feeling about things? Is there anything on your mind that we should talk about? Hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being super, super frustrated, where are you? I love the scale of 1 to 10 questions. Hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being you must sell this tomorrow. It is extremely urgent. And 1 being, I don't care if I ever sell it. Where are you on that? Oh, we're a 9. Okay, good to know, right? Or, we're probably a 4. Let's talk about that. Because now you're just getting ready to get into business with somebody that's not motivated. And I know that you as an agent have a standard not to do business with people who are not motivated, right? Right. Okay, these are the kind of questions that you need to be asking. I really want you to stop answering questions right away. I really want you to stop telling so much. I walk into a listing presentation. I have like 2 or 3 pieces of paper and all I'm going to do is ask questions. I am a consultant. And when I ask enough questions and I ask the right questions, and you know what they are, just think what you would want to know. Think about being in their shoes. When you have all of that, first of all, they're going to think it went really well because they're going to tell that you're listening to them. Then when it is time for you to talk, you can share the right details that matter to them. Also, by asking questions, you'll understand what's important to them. If you are getting really detailed number-based answers from one of the sellers and more like visual, social answers from another, now you know personality types, right? You're going to need to come with facts and evidence for her and maybe compliments for him or whichever way that's going. Make sense? Okay. Now, here's the bonus I want you to know. When you, and we've touched on this a little bit, when you ask the right questions as you're going through the relationship process, whether they're buyers or sellers, you get insight into who they are. And if you are running a relationship-based business, it will be important for you to show up after the sale in some way, right? You're going to continue to be in their lives. When you now know more about them, what's important to them, what their hobbies, passions, likes, how they spend their time, when you know that, isn't it easier to be in their life, whether that's through gifting or sharing an article you saw about something that they're interested in, or connecting them with somebody else in your life that you think they would have a lot in common with? I can tell you that when I connect people, they never forget that. Oh yeah, Monica introduced us. That was the best introduction ever. We're such good friends now. All right. Questions. It is the single most powerful thing you can work on because our default is to answer. I was the same way. It's taken years of practice to get out of that. I'll still do it because we're humans, but let's let your default be curiosity. All right. Okay. If you found value in this video, you want to see more, go ahead and pick a video over here. My name again is Monica Weakley. I'm a real estate coach and a real estate agent, just like you, practicing today. And if you want to contact me, go ahead and get my contact information in the description box below. Thank you for being here. It was fun being with you right now, and I hope to see you in a future video.